A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night. As always, I am George ONYIBE. Of course, with keen interest to make this broadcast, which I simply titled, Three Mysteries Behind the Great Benin Empire that cannot be comprehended by criminal-minded individuals. And now somebody will say, why is he talking about Benin people? And then he leaves his Sabo people. And this is because there is an adage in my place that say, Ishiano kwe na chakbenya. Ishiano ya kwe na chakbenya. Before you are able to be very sure you know where you are going to, it is very important you know where you are coming from. Because if you don't know where you are coming from, it is obvious you don't know where you are going to. And people like that, anything goes. We have taken time to try to disciple this clause that has become a setback in the wheel of our progress. We have tried to find out everything about us as a people. And at every juncture, we see Benin people. At every interval, we see Igbo people. At every interval. And there is so much truth, so much history our people want to know. And we are here to provide it. Three great mysteries about the great Benin Empire. Criminal-minded individuals cannot be able to comprehend it. Not because they do not see the truth, because it will upset the balance and their hypocrisy will be exposed. Let's start so we can be able to get home. Because certainly, I want my children to be able to beat their hand in the chest and say, this is who I am, without controversy. In current day, there are a lot of issues that are out there on the social media. A lot of historians have suddenly emerged saying words of blasphemy, words that ordinarily should not be altered. But of course, they are monetizing their social media platform. And of course, they have the Igbo people who will patronize them to blow their ego because they are looking for validation and so many other things. But you see, in the midst of this shenanigan, if everybody is losing their mind, the last thing people like us will do is to lose our head. We will not do that. And I understand the position I stand as far as this issue is concerned. But believe me, he has prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemies. And not because he wants my enemy to torment me, because when I finish feasting on them, they will pack out the plates. They will go and do the laundry for the dishes. Let's come back home. Today in Nigeria, a lot of people are pretending that they know the problem of Nigeria. And they think they have preferred solution to how to solve Nigerian problem. No, you don't need a philosopher. You don't need academians, PhD holders. You do not need a bunch of intellectuals to solve Nigerian problem. All you need is sincerity, transparent approach to the whole confusion we are facing as Nigerians. Let me try to create a scenario. Maybe you'll be able to comprehend it. And so because of not being sincere and transparent to the approach to the solution we are seeking for as a people, we keep deceiving ourselves. I could come out here today and begin to call out President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, considering the single father since he became the president of Nigeria. Almost 99.9% of key positions in Nigeria are minded by Yoruba people. But you see, I will be making a terrible mistake. Because even though President Ahmed Bola Tinubu chooses to flood Igbo people or Hausa people, as he has flooded the Yoruba people, it will make no difference until we do the right thing. That is some of the essence behind our work. And when the Hausa man will come in tomorrow, he will confidently tell the world that they are born to rule me and to rule the rest of Nigeria, which is not right. And the Igbo, since they mess up, have been fighting and distorting history just to get there. And I'm sure it's going to take a very long time. And so, if you want to actually solve or address the problem of Nigeria, the only easy shortcut is destroy Wazobia. When I say destroy Wazobia, I didn't say destroy Yoruba. I didn't say destroy Hausa. I didn't say destroy Igbo, because that will be inhuman for me to say. But there is an idea, there is a philosophical orientation behind Wazobia. That means that a country of over 1,000 ethnic groups is manipulated by 3 ethnic groups. It's out there. It's just that I don't know why we choose to live the way we are living. The Igbos are everywhere trying to claim me that I'm Igbo man. It's okay. Whether I'm Igbo man or I'm not Igbo man, it's not the issue. But the mindset is really, we need to question it. The Yorubas, on the other hand, have allowed Igbo people to be playing them to gallery in a time like this. You see one Igbo Yoruba blood, that lady I made a broadcast before now, is telling you, oh, Lagos belong to Yoruba, Lagos belong to Yoruba. I have begged Yoruba people. You see the issue of Lagos, silent it. It's not causing problem for Nigerians. But if you are always on social media, you will now begin to see that lately, the Yorubas you call Yoruba, who have been descendant, has started coming out now. More than 10 broadcasts was forwarded to me last night about Yoruba people who are Benin descendants. And then, where are we going to start? Is Yoruba going to be divided among themselves? But Yoruba, pay attention. Igbo people will mesmerize you. You see this Lagos matter, leave it. It's not our problem. Corruption is not our problem. Our problem is the destruction of history. Our problem is that a particular ethnic group must rule all of us and mesmerize all of us. That is our problem. But then, we have come of age. And now, for the Igbo man to get to Aso Rock, he need to cause problem for Benin people. And he need to use us as a willing tools. And this time, we will not agree. And Benin people have come of age. And then, for Yoruba to be able to rule Nigeria and make something for their people, Tinubu must appoint Yoruba people to be everywhere. And we can't fault him, because it has been the trend for as long as I can remember, since I was born. And then the Hausa may be looking for, they are dragging feet now. They don't know where to come out from, because the past will judge them. But it's okay. None of you are my enemy. The problem, or the reason why this problem has lingered, is because we said what we are not supposed to say. And we refuse to say what we are supposed to say. Our sin now is that there are a lot of things we should have said that we did not say. There are a lot of things that we should have done that we did not do. And now let's fulfill all righteousness. Understand, bringing out Benin in this instance is to point three things. And this will help all of you to begin to look for where you come from. In one of my recent broadcasts, I have pointed out, Benin have never claimed Abo people once. Benin have never tried to claim Anyoma people. They can't do that. Not because they may not have reasons to do that, but because it is in their DNA. They don't see it necessary. Go and check the history of Nigeria. For as long as you can remember, the Benin has been the best set of Nigeria. I'm sure most of you do not know that the previous immediate national anthem was composed by a Benin man. And I'm sure most of you will not forget in the history that one of the greatest journalists Nigeria has ever known is a Benin Mandele Igiwa. And I'm sure that most of you cannot forget in a hurry that people like Urmusele Nahoro are one of the brain behind the formation of one Nigeria, you see, just that he was betrayed by Nnamdi Azikiwe. And I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. And today, Benin look like the people you have to destroy so that you sell your crime, your lies. But we are here. We will keep the record straight. And so, checking the things that are happening already, we need to come back home and start all over again. You don't need to fight corruption to settle Nigeria. You don't need to fight nepotism, tribalism. They never existed in the real sense. All you see about political imbalance, all you see about corruption and the rest of the big grammar, all of them are mirage. They never existed until Biafra, Wazobia, is powered. So you want to solve Nigerian problem. Let's forget about religion affiliation. Let's forget about ethnicity. Let's look at ourselves as a family. And then every year we all go to the polling center. We confront the INEC as a people, one people, and said, anybody that want to be the president of Nigeria, these are the do's and the don'ts, the norms and the regulation, the rules and the rest of it. This is what Nigeria wants. We want a link road across every region or every state in Nigeria to be completed, started and completed within your 8 years or 4 years tenure, as the case may be. This is the thing we want the next president to do for us, that he give free education. You know, all these things must be included in the election or electoral manifesto. And then all Nigerians move back, and then we watch those teams who want to pilot the affair of the nation. And when they fail to deliver what they promise, we'll know how to handle them. And then when we begin to handle them, Yoruba will not say, it's because it's Yoruba. Igbo will not say, they are marginalizing Igbo. Hausa will not say, no, because we are born to rule. You see, when we try it first, and we try it second, and we try it third, other countries or nations of the world will begin to learn from us how to govern their country. And that is why it's a waste of time to come out and say, no, it is not, we are not deploying the true democracy and economic. No, it doesn't work. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Today, you may be asking question, why is it that Benin look like the focal point of distributing every information and disinformation regarding this era? Now let me tell you. If you're listening to me first of all, and your king have the symbol of the Ada and the Abam as the symbol of royalty and authority in your community, my dear, your closest ally is the Benin people. Whether you are Abo, you are Nyoma, all of you Ikuri people, that the symbol of your royalty and authority is related to that one in the palace of the Oba of Benin. My dear, if you want to know the truth, go to Benin. And don't be in a hurry. I'm coming. But having looked at certain things, and I discovered that there are things we should not say, because it may look as if we are boastful. It's not necessary for us to begin to say it, because it can be contradicted. We should not say it in order not to raise sentiment, which gives birth to inferiority complex, most especially now that we have a group of people who are fighting for other people's validation. And so we keep quiet. But this is the time we have to see some of these things. The Benin Empire. If you look at the history of the Benin people, you talk about the Great War of China. The Great War of China cannot be compared with the Great War of the Benin. Why is it that the Guinness Book of Record have record of the Great War of China, and yet we Nigerians don't talk about the Great War of Benin? Because somewhere it will make Benin people relevant. The number one point there is for us to know one of the greatest mysteries. And when you check the ancient map of Africa, irrespective of the time where those maps were drawn, you will always see the Benin Empire. And one will begin to ask questions. Is it not these small Benin people? My brother, no be these small Benin people. Something happened that we have not been talking about. And Benin people, most Benin people don't know. And if I told the Oba of Benin as we speak, no. He is not saying it because he does not want to put himself above any other, in order to not to create room for inferiority complex. And then I asked my father, I asked my ancestors, these Benin people, not be this small land then they occupy. Because I don't understand. Are they the same Benin on that map of Africa, that Benin Empire? Because we used to have places like the Zamfara Empire, the Benin Empire, the Zulu Empire, the Ethiopian Empire, to mention but a few. But I'm talking about the Benin people. One of the main three among the three I want to review to you. Just criminal-minded individual will not comprehend it. And one day, one of my ancestors told me, he said, you see those Benin people, they were cut off along the timeline. I say, Granny, what do you mean? He said, those Benin people you see was controlled. Majority of the West, all this, our Nigeria, Cameroon, many countries in Africa. He said they were so powerful in their time. Nobody could challenge them. Nobody could dare them. Not Russia, not China. There was nothing like China itself, not to talk of Japan. Not even European or the Portuguese. They treat Benin with respect. He said these Benin people then believe that their blood was not ordinary, that it is the blood of the gods that run in their vein. And my grandfather told me, he said, but something happened. They decided to build an estate for themselves. An estate that will be made for only the blue-blooded individuals, members of the royal family. And so they moved out of the major city of the Benin Empire and landed where you saw as Benin City today. There they built the empire that will accommodate only the royal family. The idea was to create a similar like the Kemite of Egypt. An empire where the royal blood will be preserved, where tradition and ceremony will be observed. From there they rule the rest of the world with fairness, justice, equity, and transparency. That is how they choose the Benin you know today. That Benin you know today was simply the palace of the Oba. Forget about this cock and bull story they are telling you. And so from there, they dish out administrative blocks to so many regions. They conquered a lot of people, or should I say, they coerced a lot of people into the Benin Empire. There were so many ethnic groups. And so they settled there. And from there, they control more than half of West Africa. But at that era, where the fame of the Benin you know today becomes so great, it threatened the Portuguese, who were some of the frontliner of the imperialists. I'm not talking about the Babylonians, the Medians, and the Persians. At least, let's start from the Portuguese before the Europeans. And so the Benin needed to be destroyed. And so one secret is, each time they are telling you, oh, Igbo man Asabo, why are you not speaking Benin? This is because it's not part of Benin agenda. Benin wanted to preserve the inheritance of Africa. Benin wanted to allow everybody to be the way they are. And so Benin only wanted to preserve themselves. That is the Benin city you see in Nigeria today. And so in case, people are saying many things. I listened to a broadcast that was forwarded to me this morning. And the guy from Iseluku was simply asking, do you think Benin people are cursed? That they will go to places and then destroy the people? There are Igbo version of how you see the Eba and the Adam in our palace. They said that Benin people killed our king and then carry one of their sons and impose him as a king to us. And that young man was asking a simple question. Does it mean they did it in Iseluku, they did it in Igbodo, they did it in Akomaze, they did it in Alumuocha, do it in Umunede, do it in Orogodo, kill all our king and then impose Benin children on top of us? And none of us can speak up to today. No. No. Our king is our king. Our king is our blood and never imposed on us. But the Benin, were never ready and are not even trying to conquer anybody. They only extended that civilization, that knowledge to us. And that is what is saving us today. Look at the problem of the Southeast Igbo people. They don't have king. They don't know what it means to have king. That is why any idiot can come. What I'm telling you, okay, and finally is back. That is what they normally do. They attack the page just to stop me. And so, just like I was saying, if they cut it, we will continue from there. And so, the Benin people were extending right hand of fellowship to everybody. And so, when the Portuguese, when the European could not invade Africa as easy as they succeeded in doing, the Benin became a threat. It was the monarchy system that prevented them from being able to infiltrate Africa. And that is why you have the history of people like Jaja of Opobo, Nana of Ishekiri, the Ovaromi Ogbaisi of Great Benin, the Onyi of Ife, the Ata of Igala, the Ochidoma, to mention but a few. They played a significant role that prevented imperialists from being able to ravage all of us. So the Benin today, that place you see called Benin City, is just a royal garden. A royal garden, that is not Benin. That is just a royal palace, just for the prince and the prince. It's not for the whole Benin. So by the time somebody is telling you, oh, you say you are Igbo, oh, you say you are Yoruba, oh, my dear, go back and check the symbol of royalty and authority of your people. If he has a link with Benin, don't search further. You will be able to get home. Number one mystery. So the Benin, as you see, that small place that they geographically, how do I put it so that you understand? They mapocatically, they draw map and tiny Benin like it's 3 square meters. It's a lie. They won't tell you that only Edo and Delta State is bigger than the whole of the old Eastern region, which is inclusive of half of South today. They won't tell you. But in your mind, oh, is it not that Benin? When you follow Ring Road, you come out Sakoba, and then you hit Okada town, and then you enter Ondo State. That is not Benin. Those are concocted man. It's like when somebody is telling you that Europe is bigger than Lagos. Yes, Europe is very big. When only Sokoto is bigger than almost the whole Europe. Oh, anyway, don't hold me responsible for what I've said. So what we are telling you is subject to verification. Go and ask question. And my grandparents told me, he said those Benin people were cut off in that era. There were very little they could do because there was not much support from other ethnic groups. And for some reason, Benin yielded. You notice if you are a student of history, when Ovaromi Ogbaisi was arrested, The first thing he did was to cry out for betrayal because they would not have been able to hold him down. And I remember his last word. He simply said, now the pot of corn has been tumbleded. Mother hen and her children can go and rejoice. He was not saying it to any other person. He was saying it to those who are supposed to protect him but betrayed him. Go and ask Osazakpo. If you know Osazakpo, go and ask Osazakpo. He knows what I'm saying. And so today, Benin people became quiet. They moved into their cocoon. They've not been saying anything. And those who, by virtue, discover that these people are the key to unlocking the whole process, they descend on Benin people. I beg we Yoruba, come on hand for Benin matter. Allow Igbo people to come out so that we address it very well. Because Igbo people are the one who is dragging Benin out. And they want to use Lagos now to hit you and Benin head. By the time we will start this thing, mark my word, half of Lagosian will tell you that they are Benin descendants. And that time, the only thing you can do is the Wazobia now will team up and destroy the rest of us. And this is one truth we are making Nigerians to know. The reason why we can even talk today is because Igbo people are out of the game. Ordinarily, it's Igbo man that would have said the decree that will destroy us. You get it now. And so, Yoruba is playing one-sided. Hausa is trying to maintain their part. Igbo is fighting to still collect their lion's share. Oh no, man, no fetikoro. And then we, the children of minority, we got to be clapping for you. We got to be chasing you. We are the inferior people. We are the lazy people, uneducated people. But no problem. I just want to tell you 3 things about Benin. And that is the purpose of this broadcast. So that those of you should be able to know where you are coming from. That is when you can remain focused where you are going to. Number 2, the Benin people you see today are one of the exclusive Africans who refuse to participate in slave trade. You know, when we talk about slave trade, Igbo people will be proud of Igbo landing. Some Igbo people who were sold of slave in Caribbean, in America, when they got to there, they said they will never be slave and they drowned themselves. Igbo people are very proud of it. That is to tell you the level of their, should I say wickedness or ignorance? Very set of naive people. Now, who sold them? Was the colonial master come here to be kidnapping us? They were not coming here to kidnap us. They had agreement with some of us to buy some of us. They needed a negotiating point to be able to enter our land. Now, let me tell you a little bit. You see Abo where I come from. If you enter Abo, you will see Boji Boji Abo or Boji Boji Owa. All of us are Ika people. And then I came back from school one day. I asked my mother, my late mother, and say, I know the meaning of Abo. What is the meaning of Boji Boji? She smiled and said, Boji Boji is not Abo language. It's not Abo dialect. Boji Boji is an English word. But it is not pronounced Boji Boji in English. It is called Boogie Boogie. It is from our tone, intonation. We change it to Boji Boji. And so that word, Boogie Boogie, means a dangerous forest where criminals hide. And then under the ancient Benin Empire, when these Portuguese, when this European, when this colonial master were traveling all the way from Calabar across the river Niger, heading to Lagos or Badagry, they had to pass our land through the mainland. And each time they get to anywhere from Asaba to enter Abo, they were constantly attacked by my people who don't want anything to do with slavery. And my mother said that after constant attack on the colonial master, what they did was to mount Sambo because they were very resistant. How do they put it? They were determined to conquer us. So once they get to Abo, they put sandboard, Boji Boji Agbo. This is by implication warning other colonial master coming. This is a dangerous forest where criminals hide. That is how we become Boji Boji. Tomorrow now, Iboma will come and say, yeah, you are answering Boji Boji. It's English name. You migrated from English. As we are migrating from Igbo, Ndioshi. We tell you to go and consult our father. You think you can win this war on social media. Let us continue. I'm giving you dot by dot. I've not even opened one chapter for you. When I open one chapter for you, some of you will begin to relocate out of Nigeria because you see you are not from this place. So we never participated in slavery. So each time your father is telling you the history of Igbo people in slavery, history of Yoruba people in slavery, my brother, on be sell out. Any tribe we say their people, we get history of slavery, una be sell out. That time, una papa sell out. Una papa sell out. Benin, you know, that small Benin, where they use, they play, they do anyhow. They were one of the ethnic groups in Nigeria that did not sell anybody. Though you won't see Benin anywhere. They are not in Costa Rica. They are not in Australia. They are not in Medimere. They are not in Ndugudugu. They are not in Igbo land. They are not everywhere. Benin is one of them. And I see most of the ignorant children of nowadays are proud. Our people sold in slavery. You don't know your father is a saboteur according to Ndibu. Your father is a saboteur. And the worst part of it is that they were selling the people that are other people's children. They were selling the orphans. They were selling the widows. They were selling the children of the perceived enemy of their people. Benin never do that. To the area where the era of imperialist colonialism ended, they now devise to a new method of colonization. And that new method of colonization is one of the things that is ravaging Nigeria today. And that is why you see Igbo man, we say, you are all of you are Igbo. Everybody is Igbo. Ikwere is Igbo. Ejo is Igbo. Urobo is Igbo. And then Benin will tell you, Showore is Yoruba. And this one. And Hausa will tell you, Idoma and TV, Nupe, Gwari, all of us are Hausa. It is another form of colonization. Benin did not enter. In that very era, the Oba of Benin made a decree and said, no, Abo people are not Benin. Asian people must be respected as Asian. Our children in Urobo and Ishekiri must be treated the same way. Let a car speak a car. Let a Benin speak a Benin. Let Asian speak Asian. On our way, Benin, I know they hear them. Because they do bidding. Like, I don't have any view. As I'm watching it now, I don't have any view. But before I finish this broadcast, I see my broadcast almost everywhere in the global community. I'm not monetizing it, so I don't need the, like, share, so that I have no mystery. So while your father was selling your brothers, who are black Americans today, we should be mourning. It is like today. Ojukwu led Igbo people out to war. Family to abroad. And they are enjoying and living normal, doing selfie. And Igbo children are dying anyhow. And then Igbo want to blame the whole Nigeria for what happened to them. Now we are still in the same era. Now the Kano came with his own. I will give you Biafra or I die. It's Biafra or I death. But his children are in the UK, living in affluence. And he's still inside DSS, supposedly using Android phone. More expensive than my own. And he's Igbo hero. And Simon Ekpa will be going to the court on the 25th of, is it May or next year? And then he's going to tell, it's Igbo people, it's Igbo people, it's Igbo people. You that is calling me poverty, I'm coming for you, don't worry. Let me finish the story so that you don't distract me. Ndioshi. Come and sell your lies now. No, you people started it. Come and sell your lie. So, number 2 mystery of the Benin people is that they never sold their people in slavery. So when your father tell you about your people, Yoruba people living in Cameroon, Yoruba people living in Costa Rica, Igbo people who did Igbo landing, and this and it, I tell them, who sold them? Maybe I was sold Igbo people and send them through Calabar. Or maybe Igbo people sold the Yoruba and sold them through Calabar. Sometimes there are things we should not say. But you see the era where we are now, we see it all. If you like, now you know. If you don't like, then mumu yourself. But we are not saying this to despise anybody. We are saying this so that everybody will know where they are coming from. That is the only time they can appreciate and focus on where they are going to. That is number 2. Remember number 1. The Benin you know today, that place you see Benin, was just a royal backyard. They control empire that is vast than your imagination. And number 2, they were never part of slave trade. They refused to get involved. And then number 3, the mystery of the great Benin Empire. The Benin, as you know, in that era, wanted the right thing to be done. They are not part of Nigerian problem. But they were betrayed out of the process. They've not betrayed anybody. When it was time for Nigeria to form the first political frontier, a Benin man was actively there, a very young man, I should say. And I constantly appreciate that man. Enahoro, Urumusele. He was brought up by Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. I stand to be corrected. When he graduated from the university, it was Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe who employed him to be the Auditor General of his African Pilot newspaper in Ibadan. He was the best ally Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe could have. And the man was true to himself. And each time they were talking about the future of Nigeria, he tried to advise Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe on what should be done and what should not be done. In those era of independence, this Urumusele Anthony Enahoro did everything he could to see that we have a prosperous one Nigeria. And they will come up with ideas that will make Nigeria greater than she can anticipate. But each time he was constantly betrayed. And something happened a particular day. They said they were going to protest to the imperialist, the colonial master, for certain right to be granted to Nigerians during the era of independence. And then when they have finished the meeting, as agreed, they appointed that Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe will take care of the speech. And they gathered at the venue of the protest. Hour after hour, they waited for Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. He didn't show up. And they said, time is going. We can't spend more than 2 hours here. They have to impromptu appoint somebody to take the speech. And while the man was taking the speech, the colonial master police arrested all of them. The moment they arrested Anthony Enahoro, those who ran away. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe went back to his newspaper and published, begging ONYIBE people to please pardon Anthony Enahoro, that it is the exuberance of his youthfulness that is pushing him. They should not mind what he was saying. This is Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. And then after some discussion and negotiation, they allow Enahoro to go. And when Enahoro was released, what he did was to resign from the African Pilot newspaper of Nnamdi Azikiwe and then publish a book known as Nnamdi Azikiwe, a saint or a demon. It was a rhetorical question. You have to answer that one. And so in all of this era, the Benin people did not betray anybody. They did not participate in destroying anybody. And one of the greatest problems they had with the imperialists was because they refused to colonize us. They are one of the major ethnic groups who would have recolonized us. Because by now, Oka people will claim that they are Benin. Because Oka people, Ehiala people, all of you in Anambra would have been recolonized. Obi of Onitsha would have done that well. All of you in Enugu, you would have been recolonized. Outside the Atto of Igala, every other king in Nigeria yielded to the imperialists. Did you hear me? I know Ovaromi Obaisi was messed up, but he died with dignity even to the last moment. But the Atto of Igala still stand tall till tomorrow. And of course, most of you who know what is obtainable know that the palace of the Atto of Igala is like an elephant trap that cannot be visited by little children. And so today, these people who have the power, these people who have the civilization, these people who have the jujulization, did you hear that? They have the jujulization to remove your brain and pour cement there, not even coconut water. They did not do that. And all of a sudden, they are now your problem. Benin do this one, Benin no do this one, Benin do this one. And some of you Asian people, you want them to mesmerize you. They will tell you about Ogiso dynasty. Oh, after Ogiso dynasty, Igodomi dynasty, and then Akatami Gada dynasty, and then you have Inri dynasty, and then Igbo people gave birth to Igodomi Godo, and no get sense. And if you allow these lies to sell, where would that leave you? I was a very active member of the IPOB, a very progressive-minded one, but I came with my brain. I know what I know. And I called them to order. You see this, all of you begging for unity, trying to distort our history. You are dead on arrival. I called them, I say, no, this is what your father told you. It's different from what my father told me. It may be my father is lying, or maybe your father is lying. If I told on the part of information I have, I can't dine with you people. And certainly, if you told the part of information at your disposal, you will avoid me. But there is a way to solve it. Dialogue. Let's discuss it. And a call for consultation. They said they should leave him. He's one man. I'm one man. when we are done in this process. And then to them, money is everything. Where is your money? And I understand if you are a normal person, if you are a Kwiri person, if in your palace, your king still use the Abe and the Adan as a symbol of royalty and authority in their palace, my brother, no follow cause Benin people. Where Benin people mess up, we go tell you, see them mess up. Until then be naked wire. Avoid them. Yoruba people, look at your children on social media. This one is not talking. This one is talking, doing. There is no need for it. Yoruba has not come out in recent time to claim us. And we don't have any moral ground to begin to talk to Yoruba now. We don't. But by the time Yoruba are dancing the Igbo music to come and harass us, my brother, he that is down fears no fall. The essence of all this theory of one Nigeria is the supremacy of Wazobia. And we only have problem when one out of this Wazobia is not benefiting. All this noise we are hearing now is Igbo want to get their share by every means. Whose person share? How much does the Southeast contribute to the federal table? And how much does the Southeast receive from the federal? Outside the South and the Southwest, how much are you people bringing to the table? When I talk like the DSS go and get that man, EFCC go and get that man, all of them are on our destiny, I'm on our doom. But for the sake of the next generation, there is no need for all these things. Nigeria is big enough for us. The resources is okay for us. Let's not allow some criminal-minded people who say they come from Israel to mesmerize all of us, to distract you and diffuse the whole process, which they have orchestrated to their own detriment. They must drag Benin people. But it's not Benin war. It is South-South war. Benin war is Abo war. Benin war is Ijo war. Benin war is Urobo war. Benin war is Ishan war. And you see, Benin war is Nigerian war. Benin have not done anything. Leave Benin alone. Are you not surprised how the whole story is changing in just less than a year? In less than 6 months, the truth is glaring. So when you see the people telling you, Benin do this, Benin do that, on this line of our discussion, my brother, come out your body. Benin have tried their own. I could call certain individuals who have shook the foundation of Nigeria, pointing the direction we should go. You will be surprised. When they talk about, the richest man in Nigeria. Where was Dangote during the time of Igbenedion? Who owns the biggest university in Nigeria? Private university. Who owns the biggest airline in Africa? You will see all of them is Benin. Who is the journalist that refused to collect money and give the truth if it's not Idele Giwa? Benin. Who is the governor of Nigeria, one-time governor, who died without building a bungalow for himself? All for the sake of his people. And as I talk to you, more than 80% of all the schools we have in Edo and Delta State is built by Ambrose Ali, who never built a bungalow before he died. And where you want to redirect us. My brother, cool down. Begin to ask your people questions. Okay? This is to prepare a foundation of where we are going tomorrow. Consider these 3 things I have said. And then if you are coming to challenge Benin people, maybe you should ask yourself a question again. Because Benin people don't even know what is coming up. They just seeing the influence. But Benin, don't worry, we got your back. And of course, you need to get our back too. Anyway, we call him ndị agbomenu nu we gonton wa wotako were chie we yaman were ngoyi na yoka were chie nwe kwere oruri ya kan keji po ha kana ebu enora atu enyenyi wa hu kenyi maka no tele ndị ni regishe nya kpatu makasa enyi ka gwa we ko kanu we je mu onu nu we ke nu enyi wa gwa enyi ben ka dan na eleke ne kono we se enyi wonde nzuzu we se enyi nwuchi uru egun egbu enyi umenelu we anokese jokuro. And that is all. Just go and consider these 3 things I told you about Benin. They didn't sell their people. They didn't sell anybody. That is their problem or the challenge they have with the colonial master. Let's leave it at that. Let's go to the comment section and see the people who will talk to me. You know, I like responding to them for now. I see my brother Achoibe. I greet you from here. Good morning from here, Achoibe. I see AJED. He said, tell them, my brother, I wish they would hear you. Of course, ED or EO, they will hear. It's just that they are trying to resist. They want to swim against the tide, but they have no choice. It's over. We want a better Nigeria. We want a united Nigeria. We want one loving Nigeria. We want one progressive Nigeria. And to be able to get that, we must discard the shenanigans of the past. And then all of us can bring out what we have to offer and contribute our own quota to the development of this great nation called Nigeria. But they want to still be living in their hopelessness of the past. We shall see how it goes. Tinubu have 8 years to do what he likes. And then after Tinubu 8 years, whoever coming, we will observe him for another 8 years. But we don't have time. But we will lay the foundation that after that 8 years, 20 years from now, Nigerians will repent, or it will be too late. Mark my word, these are prophetic declarations. I'm not Ebuka Obi, who is supposed to be praying, seeking the face of God for the sake of Nigeria. And he's telling you that Abo people and Yoma people are underwear. And what do I see here? I see faith. He say, I love this guy. And he said, what did he say? This English passed me anyway. Ophelia, I greet you from here. I greet you. He said, I know Agbo will rise, seem to match the, to match the shenanigans of those expansionists. Of course, I was with them. I didn't go alone. I had the consent of my people. I told them the truth. I did everything I can, almost violating my conscience, to make them know that there is no two way to assess us. Tell us the truth. They called me a bluff. They went behind to go and visit my king. To go and be visiting those they think. You know, imagine what they did to Ned Nwoko. No, imagine how they were able to play Ned Nwoko. Ned Nwoko that is supposed to be glamoring that Bender State, they do and data, be giving back their statutory quotes. By creating them a region or geopolitical zone. Like other region has been squashed. He's now begging them. Oh, Assembly, Senator Pabio, you know you are from South. I beg you, carry my village, dash it to Igbo people, so that they will not ask for Biafra again. If I send Amadio Hafona, some of them no go wake up tomorrow morning. What a shame. I see Blessed on page, and he said, do you have sources for this version? Blessed on page, I will not want to, it's a question you ask. All the broadcasts you have been doing in your page, do you have source? Don't Nigerians have competent court jurisdiction? Don't Blessed on page. Does Nigeria have, how did you call it, competent court jurisdiction? Do you have source for all this your version? Have you asked your Igbo people, Nnamdi Kanu, if he had source for Igbo people coming from Israel? Blessed don't, no let me swear for you. All this your hypocritical question, go and ask your fellow Igbo. Now here na no get shame. You should no get shame. No let me announce you. Blessed don't. Do you have source for all this all those stories you are telling your people? Do you have source? Simon Ekpa, does Simon Ekpa have source? Is he not Igbo like you? Doesn't Nnamdi Kanu have source for all the disinformation? You that they just arrested Ijele, you that is Ijele friend, fellow Igbo, you started begging IPOB to forgive you if you have offended them. You are the one coming to ask me this question. Blessed don't, let be the first and the last time you will come to my platform and ask me this useless question. Or else I will remember you. Now no get shame. Your gang is our now so you come and come they talk. Igbo people now know the shame. Now no say no be the problem. Fear no they let Igbo people talk through again because on go beat them. Where is Ijele Blessed on? I don't know you will stoop so low to come to a poverty stinking platform of uncompleted building to ask this useless question. Blessed on. You know get shame. Do you have a source for this your version? Do you have source for Biafra that about people are Igbo, ONYIBE? Blessed on ONYIBE. Do you have source? You think you are better than Nnamdi Kanu? Because Nigerians are clapping for you. You think you are a standard for my morality? Go and talk of Ijele. Go and talk about Ijele. Blessed don't put your energy and save Ijele. Because your fellow Igbo people hate you as they hate Joe Igbokwe. Is it not Pastor Man Igbo that are setting Ijele up? Does Ijele have the source of his information? So when I say, oh, Agbo people are Igbo, that is when I have source of the information. If I swear for you, blessed don't, man. Now no get shame. You're supposed to listen and walk by. You know no sir they come your page. Have you seen me commented? Have you seen me talk to you? I learn from you and I move on. And I go and verify. You think Nigerian people are mumu? Put your Igbo name, let's address you properly. Oyibo person. Blessed Don page. And I no get shame. You should be talking about Ijele. We all of now way they tell Ijele, oh, we are with you, we love you, Nwoke Dike, Ijele one of Igbo. Where are all of you? You have gone mute all of a sudden. No, you have gone mute all of a sudden. You're asking for source. Where is the source that I am Igbo man? Where is the source that Ikore is Igbo man? No, where is the source that Igbos are marginalized? All your elite and stakeholders in the Southeast are lying. All of them are jumping up, they are marginalizing them, but they contribute almost nothing to the national quota. Feeding from the misery coming from the South, South, and the Southeast. Why don't you ask me for the source? At times when I no get shame. Try this thing next time again. Let me prepare for you. Dedicate 1 week to you. Maybe you will get your sense. And I can see you know, when your people they talk down on person, you go they size me based on the nonsense where they come out from our mouth. Come to Nigeria now and do your blessed on page. Come to your village now, Igbo woman. I'm sure Yoruba person they friend you. You don't they lose your mind, mumu. Come to Southeast now and do blessed on page. Whether fellow or non-government no go down rape you and destroy you like that. Is that not what they're doing to fellow Igbo women like you? That's why you people are afraid to say the truth. You are asking for source. Igbo and Benin are mate. Igbo and Benin are be mate. You can imagine all of us, they say we migrate from Benin. We migrate from Benin. Benin never open mouth say we be their children. But Igbo they drag us. Oh, all of you are Igbo. Come here. You are Igbo. You are Igbo. Do you have the source? When people won't curse me, an Igbo person won't curse me. I have defended your people more than your father and your father not to talk of your miserable life. See question where they ask me, do you have the source? Go and ask your father. You see all these people, they throw some kind useless question to ask you. Benin are your maid before? When they call the name of all the king, we resist the imperialist. You don't see a Igbo man name. The only Igbo man wait for appear. Igbo people sell am as slave, give Okereka man. No be Jaja of Opobo. Did you know Opobo people did not allow Jaja's son to be king for more than 30 years? It was Peter Odele that reinstated Jaja of Opobo's son to become king. So without Peter Odele, the throne of Jaja Opobo had been vacant. Was it from Opobo? But because the people want to keep to their promise. That is why they even allowed the bilateral relationship and agreement between them to exist under the leadership of Peter Obi. Who is Anyoma man? Do you have the source? Go and ask your father. Think because your father lied to you, that means my father lied to me. Have you seen any Bini person coming to claim me? Have you seen me coming to tell you I'm Bini? I tell you the version I know and I leave the rest. You know, I started by telling you there are things we know. If we say it, it's going to create an atmosphere that is not very welcoming. And because of that, we keep quiet. But when it is necessary, we say the truth. We say it irrespective of whose heart is God. Look at you. Emotionally freak. And who is the next person? Obosi. Let's see what Obosi have to say. I love this guy. Okay, that is faith. Where is Obosi? You see, easy. Another Igbo, blessed on brother. I am easy. But easy is better than the current day Igbo people who don't have sense. In the morning, oh, give us Biafra. Oh, we want Biafra. And then election reach, they say, oh, I on judiciary. We are obedient people. Oh, you don't see Abo people, they mumu. Where are the Abo people who don't drag out? Try their case in the public place. All of you will be disgraced. Emefiele is there. You think we are keeping quiet? Let Tinubu do what he can do based on the platform that is created by Wazobia. But we will, whatever they do to Emefiele will become a yardstick to judge all of you in the future. I think Oko was told 1.20, 30, 70 trillion, billion, naira. Let's see EFCC pick it up now. Because he's a minority, you must castrate him. No, be doing. No, be doing. Easy. Easy is telling you the truth. I'd rather be easy, pig. I'd rather be pig than to be Igbo man. Where is the next person? Please drop your insult. Let me tell you the history of your father. Just look at all the Igbo people here. All of them no brain at all again. And when you tell, say, oh, they are generalizing it. Igbo madness no suppose get level. Now madness no get level. I see Urimini Obaru. Just please leave the blessed. Please. Urimini Obaru, tell that blessed to go and canvass for Ijele release. You can't be asking me that dirty question. The history you are talking about is interesting to me. Why do you feel by the question? Because you are asking a hypocritical question. Blessed one. You are asking a hypocritical question. If you are sincerely looking for the truth, you inbox me and say, this thing you said, I don't understand. I will put you through. There are a lot of things, if I say it now, you'll be ashamed of the ethnic group you belong to. But we don't need to say it, because we are not here to fortify the foundation of falsehood, hatred, disinformation. No, we are being economical with the truth, so we can allow some of you to still talk when we are talking. The history you are doing is your history of Biafra, is it correct? So Ijele was lying. That is why you abandon Ijele, blessed. Go Yoruba quarter, go do gossip. You can't even do it in Igbo people. They never arrest Ijele. You don't they beg. If I have offended you, IPOB, forgive me. When you even do London, you they beg IPOB for forgiveness. You know, no say we keep that video for you. If you like, delete them. We don't download them. All these people, I don't know how now they behave. And I don't get monopoly over this rubbish now they do. Go and ask your fellow. Now they talk them. Igbo people they pay Namen, Igbo Israel, they pay different group to distort our history. Now therefore Wikipedia, Cyclopedia, Google, another search engine, they rewrite our history. We never ask for whether I get evidence. You they carry your miserable self to come to my platform and ask me that question. If you need information, come to my inbox and talk that. Igbo people are there 24 hours insulting their father. Do you see me bring them up? Except the one that draws my attention. So other people will say, I don't know. Your fellow Igbo will say, I don't know. Where did he hear the story? Have I ever been a part of the Southeast? Have I ever been part of the Eastern region? When we found ourselves in Nigeria, we were first belonging to the Southwest. And after a while, we feel we are not compatible in the Southwest. We choose our own region, and by referendum, which Aguiyi destroyed, they gave us Midwestern state. And from Midwestern state, we became Edo and Delta. And from Edo and Delta, we now emerged to what is known as South-South. From the history of Nigeria till today, I have not been from the Southeast. When you were fighting your miserable Biafran war, I was going to school, free education, courtesy of Obafemi Awolowo and Abru Sali. So me and you now mate. That time you were doing we were having PhD that you people undertone. You destroy them because they are minority. You rubbish. Sister Blessed on page. Go to TikTok and see what Igbo people are doing. Don't mind her. Igbo people are the problem we are facing in Nigeria today. She's not focusing on them. I'm not her problem. I didn't even talk Igbo history. It's Benin history I'm talking about. He is coming to Yap. Come to Igbo now, ONYIBE. Kembe Gabiono. Okwe manonwa Disembe Rugo. Ndị ọnụ gọọmenti na-eche n'ezilo nọ nna gị. Ndị atụrụ ndị nwere n'ihe ifere. Rubbish. Igbo people are there talking cockaboo story. I don't really know why you are feeling. You could put the question. I'm feeling bad, blessed on, because there are things we expect people like you to do. When last did you talk about Ijele? It's like that useless one called Azawo, the one they took to Europe on chain, coming to address me on my platform. And I don't get sense. Your people are the one that need help, not me. Anything I have done, I've not even done quarter of what your people are doing. Igbo people are paying South African bloggers, paying every blogger in the world, paying Yoruba blogger, paying Hausa blogger, even paying my fellow Abo blogger to distort our history, paying fellow Igbo people to talk lie. You are not asking for evidence. You are coming here to talk rubbish. Let this be the first and last you will talk rubbish on my platform. If you can't talk to me honorably, insult me. If you have insulted me, I would have ignored you. But come to think about it, not somebody like you that will try to give some respect. You will be like, say, we dey respect you small. You don't know, say, we feel put eye for you. Very, very unfortunate. You don't know this insult is what I look for every day. I see Lawrence Spearman. You see, the failure and Igbos are two of a kind. They seem to share ancestry because they have too many things in common. I've not even talked about them. I'm coming to talk about them. I'm just trying to diffuse the lies they have put in place. Every small thing, Benin do this one. Every small thing, Benin do that one. No, I'm only calling people who are going to join to fight Benin to forget Benin is not the issue. Benin has not come out to see anything. Until recent time, they will pay somebody who will say, I am Benin person, Yoruba have collected Lagos. It's not Benin person. Benin are not Skalewa. Then they pay another Yoruba. That one we say, no, that Benin person is wrong. They start cursing Oba and then they start talking rubbish. And they will answer Yoruba and Benin name. And we say Yoruba and Benin is fighting. And it's Igbo people that is sponsoring them. Don't you see many Igbo people now coming to claim Abo? Blessed Dom is not seeing them to ask them question. He's asking me question. Me that is from Edo State, at the same time Delta State. Or you know, say Nigeria divide my family into two. One of my family now are Edo people. One are Delta people. Now me now choose to be Delta. Because I no go fit fly with two state identity. And if I wake up tomorrow, I won't become a Edo man. I go Benin, only on one local government to be precise. I be Benin man, I be Delta man. Then I no provoke me. On our way know me, make una no try enter my path. Just ignore me, move on. Because when Igbo people they talk like una know, all of una keep quiet. On our mind they say banana, don't destroy me. Let's teach him lesson. Let's destroy him. Let's disgrace him. But there is no shame in the womb that gave birth to me. How possibly could you achieve that? Blessed Dom, you have a work to do. Go and talk about Ijele. What did Ijele do? Is it a criminal offense? Does he not have right to say what he was saying? Blessed Dom, when did you talk about Ijele last? And if you people keep quiet about Ijele, do you think any Igbo person will come out and talk again in the next 100 years? You put your energy for where they good for you. Please, leave Blessed Dom alone, please, bro. No, may not go tell her now, may get out of my platform. You know, see some platform where I go there, go talk. As I reach the Igbo people don't buy the platform. As I enter, then go attack me. I go just leave them. I know they misroute, enter there again. But I know where they hold them. Blessed Dom, I they come your page, but you know go no say na me. But the one you talk, agree, I no agree. I know they talk to you. May not talk Blessed Dom, may he get out there, may no ask me question. He lack the moral ground to address me. Except he's doing it on a friendly background. Why could they ask me that kind of question? All the Igbo people they talk since the foundation of Nigeria, then fit prove Abo is Igbo, we are Igbo. Anybody that say Bia is Igbo. And you don't know that there are almost 20 countries in Africa that use Bia as come. All of them are Igbo, Ndi Oshi, Ndi Agwojo. Rubbish. This is where I bring this broadcast to an end. So just take notice of the 3 things I told you about Benin people. In our next broadcast, we'll continue. And for those of you Anyoma people, South people, just focus on the aim of every of my broadcast. Focus on them. Would it have been better, I ask, if you have any reference to the history? No. Ordinarily, Blessed Dom, if you want to talk as a progressive-minded person, you don't ask questions that you create room for other people to begin to insult me. Because once I perceive you as one of them, I will treat you as one of them, even though you are my father. Normally, you say, this history, how did you get it? I would have directed you to how to get it. You think say Benin people where you see, say now only Benin city they occupy. They were the royal blood of the Benin Empire, the ancient Benin Empire. Go and ask Oni of Ife, he knows what I'm talking about. Go and ask the Sudana of Sokoto, they know what I'm talking about. Go and ask the Ato of Egala, they know what I'm talking about. Go and ask the Ochi Doma, Fundi Doma, they know what I'm talking about. And if there is any palace for the Nana of Ishekiri, he knows what I'm talking about. When you go come and you ask question, CRCB, we go guide you. You dey here, they ask me, do you have source? No, ask me as somebody who is searching for knowledge, not as somebody who is doubting what I'm saying already. It's embarrassing, and you should understand. When it comes to any name Igbo attacking me anywhere, I don't take it lightly with them anymore. Because I've developed a defense mechanism. I've seen that almost 90% of them are not interested in whether I'm right or wrong. All they want to do is to talk me down. And what do you expect I do? And so when I look at it, it's my mother. I go position her where it belongs. And that is, I greet you. I greet you. No, let her be talking. Let her be talking. The next time I will prepare and be going to her page. Go and ask, check all the people who are looking for my trouble. All of them, then don't block their comment section. Just go and look at those people I work with. And somewhere along the line, I don't agree with them. And they sponsor to talk me down. Go and look at all of them. Then don't block their comment section. I beg you, I know be blogger. We try to undo the errors of our past. We try to correct something and prevent the next generation of our people from making further mistake. But your kind, they deceive your people. They cry, Igbo are marginalized, they are suffering Igbo. Oh. You know, see as Yoruba people don't lock Ijele, Yoruba people want to kill Ijele. Boy or no. Let's bring the broadcast to an end here. So if you are cut off in this Igbo shenanigan, leave Benin alone. They want to go and cut us off at the end of the journey. And then we will lose our way. You know, see soldier ant? When soldier ant, they walk out, just distract their track. They will scatter. They don't want us to get to Benin. That is what they are doing, All this distraction and make we no get home. We go get home. We don't almost reach home already. Make una no be part of the process. Because we know they follow one road they come. We have learned to improvise. Because over time, we have developed defense mechanism. And any pattern you choose, we are there. Have a blessed day. We are not going anywhere. We are just warming up. Goodbye for